Hey guys, EDDBUD back again with an initial review of the Reebok Floatride Energy 3.0.
Oh yeah.
I can almost feel the energy coming off of this one. Hey cool cats, EDDBUD here, back again. A fresh review of a new shoe. This one's dropped from those people over at Reebok. One seriously cushioned sneaker, but is this Energy 3 and Energy 2 beta? This one weighs in at 294 grams, which is 10.4 ounces. So a tad heavier than the Energy 2 in my size, only by about 5 grams, but it all counts, doesn't it? There's a 9mm heel to toe drop in the Energy 3, and it appears to be a shoe that's aimed at daily use. It retails for 75 Earth credits, pounds. I can confirm to you good people of YouTube that this shoe is true to size. Just to let you know, in terms of transparency, this is a shoe that I've purchased with my own Earth credits. I took this one out for an initial 10-mile run, 16.1 kilometers. I haven't just run down the road in it. These are my honest views, taking out some decent miles at some varied paces. It was crisp and chilly out there, I'll tell you that for nothing. While I've got a quick moment guys, do remember if it's your first time here to hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications of when I launch those new videos. Upper first. Really weird square sort of mesh material here. It does really look like those leaked images of the Vaporfly Next Percent 2. And it does remind me a little bit of the upper on the Puma Ultra Ride that I tried out a little while back. That was a good shoe. They have reinforced it in a few key areas around the toe box here and around the back of the heel, and of course those all important eyelets. Not too restrictive this one, a really lovely fit on foot. I think also the profile of the shoes a little bit more to my liking as opposed to the Summitros or the Energy 2 that came before it. Much better stock laces this time, people. We haven't got those weird twine-like laces that Reebok seem to put in some of the shoes, or those ones that were too thin that they put into the Run Fast 3. They got it spot on this time. Tongue appropriately padded. In fact, the tongue's very similar to the one in the Summitros if you do have that shoe. Lockdown on the top of the foot was easily achieved. The laces are long enough to do a runner's knot if you so wish. I've got to be honest, I'm glad that I waited it out for this second colourway that launched. I think there's another one as well, like a green type one. I think it's a bit more striking and a bit more interesting, I suppose, than that uniform sort of black and white. Certainly one of the most attractive Reebok shoes of recent times. Just love the pleasing profile, certainly for a daily shoe. I think hints of the Pegasus 36 in there, maybe with the heel flare. Certainly the Summitros, it's got some DNA from there, and a little bit of the Pegasus Turbo 2 actually. Can you see that? Can you? Can you see it? The tongue is partially gusseted, and I've got to say it's just one of the most comfortable fits of a running shoe that I've known. I just put it on and just went, yeah. Supporting the heel from that heel counter just melted away on my run. It really was a very positive first initial run in the shoe. Almost as comfortable as my slippers. Lockdown was consistent over the course of the whole run. I gotta say I'm clutching at straws here for problems with the upper. There really isn't anything. Maybe some of the dirt's got stuck into the mesh a little bit, but small potatoes. A really great all-round upper display. I'm gonna give this 2.9 out of 3 after my initial run for the upper. Only brought down maybe a little bit by some tongue slip, but it was really minor. Midsole now. It's a beaut, Clark. I gotta say guys, I felt really tired before today's run. Lethargic too. A long work week had emptied the fuel tank and there wasn't an awful lot left until I started running in this shoe. I set out for an easy effort, but little did I realise that these Reebok shoes were not gonna let me in for an easy ride. As I say, 10 miles, an average pace of 7 minutes 24 seconds per mile, which is 4 minutes 36 per kilometre. Underfoot feel in the Energy 3 is wonderful. I think it's a combination of the midsole foam and the insole as well. But the instant I put them on, I just thought, I'm going to buy another pair and wear them around the house. They're that comfortable. That cushion coerced me into maintaining the same speed throughout the run. In fact, I think the first 5 miles, mostly uphill, so kept it nice and consistent, steady, and then just smashed it on the 5 miles back to the homestead. I was accompanied by AC/DC on the way back as well. That really worked out. If you want blood, you've got it. Oh man, I had such a good time listening to that tune running along. People were like going, "What's that man doing?" And I was just smashing it. It was great fun. One of those days where you just think, yeah. Exhilarating. Very exhilarating. Is it something to do with the midsole foam? Is it the 9mm drop? The foam in hand feels a little bit more, I don't know, squishy perhaps than the Energy 2. That feels a little firmer. In fact, I'm going to try it now. Hang on. It does. It feels firmer. There's not that many miles in these, but the Energy 3 certainly feels like slightly different. Like there's a little more sort of air in there maybe. Certainly underfoot it's different. Maybe it's that insole. I don't know, maybe I just got a magic pair. Really hard to fault this shoe, felt good sort of towards 8 minutes per mile pace, and then as I pushed it upwards towards my target half marathon pace of about 6 minutes 50 per mile, it's just still feeling good, still feels nimble, very impressive. I think my only worry about the midsole foam is whether it's going to break down quickly. There is already some creasing here and a little bit of damage here, I don't know. Only time will tell. There's a load of viewers that have commented already that theirs are fine after sort of 100, 150 miles or whatever, so hopefully no issues with the midsole foam. I'll clock back in obviously at 100 miles and let you know. Could it be the slightly different midsole profile in the Energy 3? Gotta be honest, if we were not in lockdown and we were allowed to go and exercise as many times as we liked, I would have gone straight back out in this shoe. It felt that good. But you know I'm a stickler for the rules. So, gotta stay indoors now and play Monopoly. You will have to wait, my precious. I think you could probably use this shoe for just about any running activity. Some nice, slow, easy miles, maybe a long run. You could do some faster stuff in it. I certainly did today. Just hoping that the cushion holds out over time. I'm going to give this one a 2.7 out of 3 for the midsole after my initial run. Outsole next. Fortunately, Reebok have furnished us with an improved outsole on this version of the shoe. Similar, in fact, to the look of the Summitros outsole. I didn't get loads of mud and stuff stuck in it, which the Summitros is quite bad for. See what I mean? It's going everywhere. The mud's going everywhere. The outsole provides some great grip on some early morning icy segments. Quite a bit of ice out there actually that have been left by mischievous Jack Frost. It's not all rubber rejoicing though here, as Reebok have cut out a section here in the rear of the shoe. The protrusions are a positive point though, and even on some slippery grass areas proved pretty reasonable. Just the right amount of rubber here in the forefoot, they haven't gone too overboard. Too much rubber can always make you feel a little bit disconnected from the surface that you're running on. But I think there's a reasonable balance here, Reebok. I'm going to give this one a 2.7 out of 3 for the outsole after my initial run. Value now. Okay, so at a retail price of £75 for a shoe that can do a lot of stuff, I think that's darn good. I mean, it's impossible to not like that price with a shoe that really does feel this nice underfoot. Versatile, comfortable and enjoyable shoe after my initial run, and I think it looks great too. Certainly a modernised upper compared to the Energy 2. I'm not putting that shoe down though. I think probably one of the best initial run experiences that I've had in a shoe. Just felt good straight out of the box as well. Didn't really feel like I needed to break it in at all. The foam just felt really nice. I think if you're a runner looking for a shoe for all sorts of sessions, then it's hard to look past this shoe. It's not going to weigh you down too much, and it's not going to reduce the weight of your wallet too much either. I'm struggling to find too much to dislike about the shoe in terms of value. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 3. You know what to do, guys. Okay, so if I've added the scores up correctly, that gives us 11.3 out of 12 for the Reebok Floatride Energy 3.0 after my initial run. What are your thoughts and opinions on the Reebok Floatride Energy 3.0? Let me know down in the comments. A quick musical interlude for you. One of my absolute favourite albums is Highway to Hell by AC/DC. Not actually for the title track, it's not one of my favourites, that one. But on this album you've got Shot Down in Flames and If You Want Blood, You've Got It. Those two tracks are just right up there. The guitars have this wonderful quality where there's just enough distortion and overdrive without making them too sort of flabby. They just sound like raw electricity. I think it worked really well today. with the Energy 3.0. The riffs are just so infectious, you can't get enough of them. And as you hear them, there's only one thing that's going to happen. A big smile will appear on your face. And as we well know, that is the key to running at fast pace. Hey, it works for Kipchoge, doesn't it? I always love it when he's in a race and suddenly the little smile appears and he's going at that ridiculous speed. And it must put the other runners off. They must look going, how can that guy smile right now? And I just love it. It's that cheeky little grin appears. And I bet in his mind, Kipchoge's listening to AC/DC. Anyway, go and check that one out, guys. I think you'll enjoy it. Just be careful though, it does come with a warning. You will start running faster. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. I very much appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications of when I launch those new videos. It really helps the channel out too if you give this video a thumbs up like and share this video with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you